We have been told for years that the best defense against hackers is multi-factor authentication. But it turns out that's not entirely true. Hackers found a way, tricking admins and elevated users, authenticating to a website that they control, for example, to steal your data. And they've been successful doing that. Shiny hunters stole thousands and thousands of customer information on Salesforce. Now, it turns out what we really need to protect ourselves better is something called a phishing-resistant MFA, multi-factor authentication. Now, what is that? A phishing-resistant MFA actually works with hardware. It's quite different than SMS, email, or a dynamic multi-factor authentication code that you have to enter to the website you're trying to log into. It requires a hardware that's attached to the device that is being used to access that particular website. Now, it's not only that makes it secure. The way you register that multi-factor authentication method is called a built-in multi-factor authentication method, is when you register, the site that is being used is also being recorded along with the key, the crypto, that belongs to the hardware. So when you are getting tricked into logging into a different website, like for example, instead of salesforce.com, the hacker sent you a link on email that's salesforce0.com. When you try logging onto that website using your hardware key, the hardware key is not going to authenticate, because the hardware key, when it's registered, it actually remembers the website that it is registered for, and it is going to validate that during login. Now, one of those tools that you can use to authenticate is this key right here. It's a hardware key. It's called Google Titan, right? There is also a very famous alternative, which is the YubiKey. Now, this is the USB-C version. You can get a USB-C version or USB-A version, and this is also NFC enabled. It can communicate to the device wirelessly. Now, using this key, you can actually authenticate to a system, a website, and when you're doing it like on a desktop or a notebook computer, you are going to attach this to your USB port. When you're using it for a mobile phone, you are going to use the NFC reader. Typically, the NFC reader for your mobile phone is on the back of your phone device, and you are going to hold this key against that, and the NFC reader is going to read the code inside your hardware. Another alternative for your phishing-resistant MFA is the built-in biometric readers on your devices. These could be your fingerprint reader, this could be your face reader, Face ID, Touch ID, or Windows Hello on the Windows side. Any of the hardware readers will actually be able to authenticate you using this phishing-resistant MFA. Now, it is very simple, but it's important to point out that this is quite different than entering a code onto a website, because first, it actually checks the website that you're trying to log onto. It's going to validate that. Second, there is actually no way for you to give this code or the authentication method to another person. So this whole process requires that the person who's logging into is actually next to the hardware device that is being used to authenticate into the system. So you can't really transmit that information to another party. You physically have to be there. In fact, this Google Titan device right here has a button. When you use this on your desktop computer or notebook computer, when you're authenticating, the process is going to ask you to push this button. Like when you push this button, you are going to authenticate into the system, and that all requires for you to be there, right? As in many Titan security practices, this actually comes at a cost. It's actually inconvenient, right? It is a hurdle that you kind of have to go through every time you log in. Now, when we go back to the Salesforce world and talk about this new requirement, we are seeing that this new requirement is coming for admins and elevated users, because those are the ones shiny hunters and similar hacker groups are tricking for them to give up their authentication and access so that they can steal data. The hackers don't really want limited access. They want unlimited access to the system so that they can download everything. They can use everything. And Salesforce has not actually 100% clarified whether this is going to be totally required for admin users. We are still in the process of finding out whether we could use tools like 1Password and what I call software-based passkeys without the requirement of built-in biometric readers or Google Titan or YubiKey. But this has not exactly been clarified. But regardless of that, Salesforce highly recommends that you use one of these devices or the built-in authenticators on your notebook or laptop. Now, if you're using multiple devices, if you're logging on from home, from work, from multiple office locations, plus on the mobile, you kind of have to use this. You can't really use the Touch ID on your notebook because your desktop is not going to have that, right? So in any case, it's very important that you look into this topic, because starting in June, Salesforce says the admins and elevated users are not going to be able to log into the system without these new phishing-resistant MFA methods being set up. Well, let me know what you think and write in the comments whether you are ready for this change coming for all Salesforce admins, or you are kind of in the process of figuring out what to do. Have a great day.